The big REITs are running AI on their operations every single morning. Collections, pricing, marketing, reporting, and most independent operators are still doing all four by hand. Today I'm going to show you how to run those same four operations from one free program on your computer with the Claude subscription you can get for $20 a month. No code, not one line. Hey there, Guy Javarone here with Agentive Automations, and today we're going to set up what I call a facility command center right inside a free program called VS Code. Now I know what you're thinking. VS Code is a programmer tool, right? It is. But here's the secret nobody's telling storage operators. It's really just a window into a folder of files with an AI sitting inside it that can read those files and do work for you. I ran facilities for 20 years, built and sold over 1,000 units, and this is the exact setup I use to run storage operations for my clients every single day. So let's build yours. So here's the day most operators are living. You log into your FMS and squint at the aging report. You copy past due tenants into a notepad and start typing reminder texts one at a time. Then you check occupancy, maybe eyeball a competitor's website for rates, and then a Google review came in 3 days ago that nobody's answered. And then at the end of the day, if you're honest, you couldn't tell me your economic occupancy or your delinquency number without opening 4 different screens. Meanwhile, the REITs have internal AI doing all of that before their managers finish their first coffee. That's the gap. And the tools to close it are sitting there free or $20 a month. So why VS Code and not just the Claude website? Because the website is a chat that forgets your business every time you close the tab. VS Code gives Claude a body. It sits inside your actual folders, reads your actual rent roll, writes actual files back to your computer, and remembers your facility every single session. Same brain, but now it has hands. That's the difference. What I like to do is break this into 4 steps. Get VS Code, hook up Claude, build the folder structure, and then run the 4 daily operations. Let's go. First, go to code.visualstudio.com and hit the big download button. I'm doing this on Windows because, let's be real, most of us are on Windows, but it's the same on a Mac. Run the installer, click next a few times, done. It's free. It's from Microsoft. It's the same program 1 million developers use every day. Now open it up. It's going to look intimidating for about 90 seconds. Ignore almost everything. The only thing you care about is file, then open folder. That's it. VS Code is a fancy window into a folder. Simple as that. Second step, we're going to put Claude inside it. On the left side, there's a little icon that looks like building blocks. That's extensions. Click it, type Claude code in the search box, and install the one from Anthropic. Takes about 10 seconds. Now here's the part everybody gets wrong, so listen up. When it asks you to sign in, you do not need an API key. You do not need a developer account. You don't need to put a credit card into some console and watch a meter run. If you have a Claude subscription, the regular $20 a month Pro plan, the same one you might already be paying for to use the chatbot, Claude code is included. You sign in with that same account, and now it's a flat, predictable monthly cost. If you end up running this hard every day, there's a $100 max plan with bigger limits, but start at $20. Almost everybody should start at $20. So click sign in, your browser opens, log into your Claude account, and boom, you've got an AI operations assistant living inside a folder on your computer. Not too shabby for $20. Third step, and this is the secret sauce because an AI with no structure is just a chatbot again. We're going to build your facility a home. Create a new folder on your computer, name it after your facility, something like Sunrise-Storage, and open it in VS Code with File, Open Folder. Inside it, we're going to have Claude build 5 folders and 1 very important file. And here's the beautiful part. You don't make these by hand. You open Claude Code and literally type create my facility command center, folders for data, collections, occupancy, marketing, and reports, plus a CLAUDE.md file, and then interview me about my facility to fill it in. It'll build the whole thing and start asking you questions. So what are these folders? Real simple. Data is your drop zone. Every morning you export your rent roll or aging report out of your FMS, StoreEdge, SiteLink, whatever you run, and you dump it in there. CSV, Excel, even PDF, Claude reads them all. Collections is where your drafted late notices live. Occupancy is pricing and competitor notes. Marketing is reviews and lead follow-ups. And reports is where your daily report shows up. And then CLAUDE.md, this is the big one. Think of it like onboarding a new hire, except you only ever do it once. This file holds everything about your facility, your unit mix and your rates, gate hours, your late fee schedule, what day you assess fees, your lien timeline for your state, how you like to talk to tenants, your promos, and the rules, and write these exactly. Draft everything, never send anything, never change a rate, only recommend. Flag anything involving a lien for my personal review. Claude reads this file automatically at the start of every conversation. You never re-explain your business again, onboard it once, and it knows the facility every morning after that. So just to recap real quick, we downloaded VS Code for free, we signed into Claude Code with the regular $20 plan, no API key, and we built a folder structure with a Claude.md file that teaches Claude your facility once permanently. Now the fun part, let's actually run the place. Operation 1, collections. Morning routine, 5 minutes. Export your aging report from the FMS into the data folder and type read today's aging report. Who's past due, who's new to the list, who's about to cross 30 days. Draft a reminder message for each tenant in my voice and save them to collections. And it does it. Every draft personalized, sitting in a file waiting for you. You read them, you fix the one or two you want warmer or firmer, and you send them from your own phone or FMS. Claude drafts, you send, always. Because a collections message is a legal touch point, right? Especially once lien timelines get involved, a human has to own the send button. But the 90 minutes of writing, gone. That's your delinquency number coming down because follow-up happens every single day instead of when you get around to it. Operation 2, occupancy and pricing. Drop in your occupancy or unit inventory export and ask what's vacant by unit size, what moved since yesterday, and which sizes are over 95% occupied where I should look at rates. And here's a bonus move. Once a week, spend 10 minutes grabbing your top 3 competitors' street rates off their websites and paste them into a note in the occupancy folder. Now, Claude compares your rates against the market every day. When your 10 by 10s are sitting at 96% occupied and you're $8 under the guy down the street, it tells you, it recommends, it never touches your rates, remember. That's in the rules. But you're now making revenue decisions with the same daily visibility a REIT revenue team has. That's economic occupancy and revenue per square foot moving. Operation 3, marketing and leads. Every lead that called or emailed yesterday, jot them in a file or export them from your CRM and ask Claude to draft the follow-ups. Day 1 text, day 3 email, day 7 check-in, all in your voice because your voice is in Claude.md. New Google review comes in, paste it in and say, draft a response. A 5-star gets a warm thank you that mentions the specifics. A rough one gets a calm, professional response that doesn't sound like a lawyer wrote it and doesn't admit anything it shouldn't. Speed matters here. The lead that gets a follow-up in a day rents the one that waits a week rented somewhere else. This is your move-ins and your cost per acquisition. Operation 4, the daily report. End of day, 1 prompt. Read everything from today, the aging report, the occupancy file, the leads, the drafts, and write my 1-page daily facility report. Occupancy, delinquency total, leads, and follow-up sent. What needs my attention tomorrow? Save it to reports. And now you have something almost no independent operator has, a written daily record of your facility's vitals. 30 days in, you ask, compare this month's reports to last month. What's trending? And it reads its own history. Your facility now has a memory. Now let me put my 20 years hat on, because this part matters. 3 rules, and they're non-negotiable. 1A draft, never send. It's written in your Claude.md, and it stays there. Anything a tenant sees, a human approved it. 2, Claude recommends rates, it never sets them. And 3, anything touching lien law, auction notices, certified mail, Claude preps the paperwork and the timeline, and then you and whoever advises you on lien compliance signs off. Anthropic themselves ran an experiment letting Claude run a little shop on its own, and it lost money. This is not a general manager. It's the hardest working assistant manager you'll ever have, and it works for $20 a month, but you're still the operator. You move from doing the work to deciding on the work. That's the promotion. So let's bring it home. Download VS Code free. Install the Claude Code extension and sign in with a regular $20 Claude plan, no API key. Build one folder per facility with data, collections, occupancy, marketing, reports, and a CLAUDE.md that teaches it your business once. Then every morning, drop in your FMS exports, run collections, check occupancy against the market, follow up every lead, and end the day with a one-page report. Delinquency, occupancy, move-ins, and visibility, all four moving, all that good stuff. And don't try to launch all four on day one. Pick one. I'd pick collections. That's where the fastest money is. Run it 3 mornings in a row until it's a habit, then add the next. If you want my CLAUDE.md template for storage facilities, the whole thing pre-filled, unit mix, lean timeline sections, the draft never send rules already written, hit me up, link in the description. It's free. And if you'd rather have my team just build the whole command center for your facility, that link's down there too. Drop a comment and tell me which of the 4 operations you're starting with, and if this saved you an afternoon, like and subscribe. This is Guy Javarone with Agentive Automations, and I'll see you in the next one.